Hello, you amazing sons of bitches. It is I once again, your reigning and defending world entertainment champion of the entire world, the universe, and everything. Me, Hardcore Harry. How the hell are you guys? I hope you're doing well. Today, very serious topic we're talking about. We're talking about the adventure. We're talking about adventure, the unknown, and the search for both. The search for both of them. It's something I think that humankind, most humans enjoy. I mean, there's plenty of people out there that are just content with sitting where they are, not doing anything. That's fine. That's cool. But a lot of us, I think, just as a basic instinct, humankind wants to know more, learn more. They want adventure. I shouldn't say they, because it makes me sound like Mark Zuckerberg. Like, you are human. I am not. No. We as humans want more adventure. Like, we want adventure. We want things to do. We want excitement. We want to know everything. We want to learn as much as we can. We want to know things. When there's something unknown, we, in general, want to strive to find it. And I think a lot of that's what I'm going through right now. And it explains a lot of my personality and why I like a lot of things I do. I'm going to try to make this video as coherent as possible, but there's so many things I want to talk about that I might be all over the place. But I'm going to try to sit down here and not forget things, not leave anything out, and just kind of make this as coherent as I possibly can, because if I have to come back and edit this and try to make it, make sense by editing, I'm going to lose my mind, because I hate editing. I really do, especially like non-linear editing. But whatever, that's not the point of this video. I'm already wasting minutes talking about this. That's not the point of the video. Like I said, adventure and the seeking of unknown. So a lot of things I like. A lot of movies I like, a lot of books I like, anything like that I like, a lot of the activities I like, kind of have a sense of adventure. I'm going to try to pick a couple examples of each. So let's talk about books. Right now, I'm reading Miss Peregrine's School for Peculiar Children, the series. I'm on the third book right now. I've been tearing through them like it's nothing. I still have to buy the fourth book. I haven't bought that yet, but I've loved every one so far, but really loved the first book. Tore through it, and then I tore through the second, and I'm on the third right now. I'm not tearing through it as fast, but I still am tearing through it. I don't really. It's not about going over the plot of the story or anything, but there's a lot of adventure in it and seeking the unknown, and the main character, his eyes were kind of open to a world that was there that he was technically a part of the entire time, but he didn't know. And he didn't see it, he couldn't see it, he didn't know it was there, he didn't know it existed, but it was there the whole time, and it's something he eventually stumbled upon. And I kind of fantasize about stuff like that. I fantasize about magic and ghosts and fairies and all these things that are just right there, just beyond reach, beyond sight, beyond touch and feel, that I wish I could see. I wish I could kind of be a part of sometimes. I don't want to wish that, because you shouldn't wish things. Just, you never know what you might get, but just for lack of a better term, I wish that I could see it. Maybe not be a part of it, but at least see it, at least know it's there, at least be able to be a part of it if I wanted to, And he brings up a very good point in the story, and I think this is why it's kind of hard for me and probably other people out there that seek adventure in the unknown. So he brings up a point in the story where he says he has also obsession with adventure and exploring and discovering things. And he brings up the point that most things in this world are currently, at least to our knowledge, discovered. Most things are not unknown. We have learned quite a bit. We know quite a bit. So it is difficult for us. It's not like back in the old days. It was as simple as maybe walking down the street, or there might not even been streets yet, just walking down the way a little bit, and you discovered something that maybe nobody else had discovered yet. You don't really have that anymore. It's not that simple anymore. To discover something that nobody else has, you might have to go on a trek by yourself in a dangerous rainforest or some dangerous situation that maybe, if you're lucky, nobody's come across yet. So that's why I think I like these books and movies and activities like that, because it's at least a feel of it, or at least to read about something like it. That's why I really, in particular, like this book series, because like I said, the main character, set this down, the main character comes across a world that was there the whole time and he just didn't know about it. I feel like that's right there around the corner that I could stumble upon, and I felt like that before I read this book, and maybe I didn't always understand that's how I felt, but reading this book really kind of put it into perspective. It's like, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the unknown right around the corner. I'm looking for something that's right there, that's been there the whole time that I just didn't know about. Maybe my eyes aren't open enough. Maybe my eyes aren't capable of seeing it, but I feel like it's there. That's example number one, a book. Example number two, let's think of a movie. Talk about a movie. And this is more of a sense of adventure, and it doesn't even have to be, small and big adventures are fine. So we're going to use The Breakfast Club as an example. The Breakfast Club was on today at work, and I love it. It's one of my favorite movies. All those types of movies, 80s movies, 90s movies, like that especially, are my favorite types of movies. So if you're not familiar with it, which I'm sure you've at least heard of it, but if you're not familiar with it, a group of kids from all walks of life get together, and they, well, not get together, but they are forced together in detention. You have the weirdo, you have the jock, the prom queen, basically, what's the best way to describe John Bender? The outcast, basically, and then you have the nerd. And they're all forced together, and they make an adventure out of it. They all get to know each other, and they screw around and have a good time, even though it's detention. And that's something that also I want to have. I want to be able to feel that feeling. Just watching the movie, I get that feeling, and I want to be able to feel it for myself. I never really got to. I think that's why I kind of watch a lot of high school movies and like it, because there's adventures like Dazed and Confused, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. There's all these little adventures which are just normal things that could happen to anybody. And I never got to really experience that. I was a nerd in school, and I was a good kid for the most part. I mean, I could be conniving a little bit, I guess. I could be a little manipulative, but overall, I was a pretty good kid. I was a nerdy kid that didn't do anything wrong. And the few things I did wrong were not very wrong. Like, the only time I ever got suspended was for playing rock, paper, scissors. Yep, that's a story. That's gonna be a story time video one day, but we were basically told we couldn't do it anymore, and we kept doing it anyway, and I got suspended for it. So that's how much of a rebel I was in high school, suspended for rock, paper, scissors. So this kind of shows you I really didn't do anything wrong. I think kind of that's why I am like I am as an adult, why I kind of push the envelope, and I'll push a lot of things to the limit, to test where that limit is, to test where the breaking point is, to test where the line is. I don't always jump over it. There will be times I do it. I don't usually try to, but I think that's why I kind of do it, because I never did it. As a kid, I never really did it, and I still kind of regret that. And I don't even want to say necessarily regret it. It's probably the wrong word for it, but like, what if, what if I would have been a little more outgoing? And that's like, I hate saying, because like, if I had the chance to go back and change things, not necessarily, because that could change everything. I might not have ever met Erica. I might not have the family of cats and turtles I have today. I might not have this house with all these cool things. I might not have a shot at a YouTube video. Hell, I might be part of the status quo and not have any interest in doing anything like this. So there's that. What else? Activities. So try to wrap it up here, because I don't want to drone on for minutes and minutes at a time and give you guys another 20-minute video. I know you don't have that much time, so I'm going to try to wrap it up finally with activities. So a lot of the activities I like to do, such as paranormal research, paranormal research, ghost hunting, if you will, is what I usually refer to it as, even though it's not really that. That's the amateur term. I want to be more than an amateur, but it's hunting for the unknown. It's hunting for something you can't quite see. It's something you can feel. It's something you can experience, maybe see something caused by it, but something that most people cannot just see with their eyes. It's unknown. It's right around the corner. It's right there, but you can't quite get to it. I think that's why I love it. Even though I guess I'm not really that scared of a person. As a younger person, as a kid, I was awfully scared. I didn't have a whole lot of courage. But even then, with ghosts and paranormal investigating, ghost hunting, whatever you want to call it, I still always searched it out. I think I was just still, from a young age, I wanted adventure, I wanted unknown, I wanted to do things. And that's one of the things. Another thing here, mobile game. Before I even get to that, geocaching, for one thing. Geocaching is, people will put a canister, put something in it. It could be anything. It could be, for instance, one thing I found was packets of sugar from Denny's. You know, it could be anything, but people put a little capsule, plastic baggie, whatever. Some things that you can find. You come across them, but the point of it is, it's not the item you get, it's the geocache itself. It's the adventure of going for that geocache and getting to it itself. But basically, you get GPS locations. Sometimes they'll tell you an area and say, look for this tree or look past 3 trees and a statue, blah, 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 whatever. But the point is, you go out searching for something. It's kind of like treasure hunting. You go out and try to find something. And even then, like with me, I'm like, oh, it's not just about the geocache, obviously. It's about the hunt. And I'm like, what other cool things can I come across? Can I come across the unknown? Can I come across that thing that I want to see that's right there that I just am missing out on? So I like that. Ingress is another thing I was going to say. It's a game app on phones. It's pretty cool. There's 2 teams. You take portals, which are user submitted, but they're usually like landmarks or businesses, things like that. But you're supposed to either attack other people's portals, or take neutral portals, or defend your own team's portals. And it's kind of cool. You meet some weirdos. Like we did it. There was a time that me, Erica, and our friend Justina were out every freaking night playing Ingress till like 3 or 4 in the morning. We had a real problem. Real problem. But it was fun. We just unfortunately met some weirdos, one of which is in jail right now for kidnapping his ex, I believe. I don't remember the whole story. There were drugs involved, I remember that much. I'm like, damn. But he was psychotic. Like, he was a real psychopath. So we hung out with him like once, maybe twice, and then I was like, okay, no, you are crazy. But either way, there's some weird people on there, but most are harmless, and it's a fun time. It is. It's you get to go out, you get to drive around, you get to explore, and that's the cool thing. And it's really cool. Same thing with Pokemon Go, but it's really cool when you're out in an area you don't know. Like down in Disney, seeing all the portals and all the stuff you could take. It's really cool seeing that stuff. So, not a cheap plug, I guess, for try Ingress if you haven't. It's a fun time. It's a really fun time. Point of the video, I guess, is I've just been in a real weird place lately where I do constantly feel like there's something else out there. There's something right around the corner. Career-wise and everything-wise, just life-wise, I feel like there's more out there. That's why I watch movies like Breakfast Club. That's why I read books like Miss Peregrine's. Why I do activities like paranormal investigating. There's something out there for me more than this. And lately, I've just been dwelling on a lot more. I know it's there, and I know I'm going to find it. It just involves me getting out and doing it and looking for it, and I haven't been doing that. That's the problem, is I haven't been doing any of the stuff I love doing like this. So, it's time to get back to that soon. And I'm going to try to incorporate it into this channel, because this channel is an extension of me, and I want every extension of me to be included in it. So, once again, as always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate every time you tune in. Don't forget to go and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. I know most of you have, but some of you haven't, and it's that time. It is beyond that time. Hit that notification button, hit the damn bell, because that's gonna notify you whenever there's a new video like this one. Like, there's new quality content just like this content here. Hit the like if you like it. If you really don't like it, hit dislike. I mean, it's bad karma, but hey, do what you need to do. Drop some comments down below. What do you think? Maybe there's any adventures that you've been on or anything like that, or if you're feeling the same way, you just want to vent and say, hey, you know what? Wow, I've been feeling the same way, and this guy just summed it all up in one video. What else? Share, because sharing is caring, and sharing is the thing that most importantly will get this out here. Make this thing a community, will make this thing blow up, blow the doors wide off, and we can do this thing together. As a lifestyle, not just a lifestyle, as a life choice, as a habit, no, not just a habit, I don't know what I'm even saying anymore, but as a career, as a way of life, we can do it together. We can do it together, that's the only way it's going to happen together, so share it, because that really helps. And it's good karma. Especially if you just just to at least even out the karma, sharing. Most importantly, though, more importantly than any of that, don't just have a great day, have a hardcore day.